losing time, I'm fading fast.
Hello guys, what's going on? In today's video we're going to review a fan, more precisely a air pressure fan from Arctic. It's called the BioniX P140. This is the color, it's red with black. It's really nice, really nice box as well. You got some online manual if you scan this QR code, so it tells you how to install it. Gives you 10 years warranty. Really good for a fan. I think only Arctic does 10 years. I don't know any other brand that does 10 years. And yeah, let me show you the case a bit. I got three of them. Case is red, the box is red itself. It matches the color of the fan. And fan speed is from 300 to 1950 RPM. The airflow it's 77.6 airflow, and it moves 131 meters cube of air an hour, and the static pressure is 2.85, possibly at the speed of 1950 RPM. Noise level 0.45 son. Certified voltage is 0.15 amps, 12 volts DC. The weight it's 191. It's got a 4-pin connector, really standard stuff for PWM. So yeah, let's go ahead and open it. Let's go ahead and open it and see what's about. So they give you some case fans, but I'm gonna use this on the radiator, so I'm gonna need longer screws. Make sure you have them because they're not included in the box. And braided cable with PowerShell technology, so you can link them all together. You can link this fan with the other fans and they all match the same speed if you don't have enough 4-pin connections on your motherboard. And yeah, as you can tell by the blades, this is for air pressure. If you want for airflow, they have the F model, F140 or F120, and that model has more blades and they're a bit thinner. This one has less blades and they're thicker. They have like five blades, and this is for air pressure. More precisely, air pressure, it means it can go through a radiator or through a cooler. That's what I'm gonna use it for. I'm gonna use it for a Arctic radiator. So yeah, it's a really nice design. I like the contrast of the red and black. They have many other colors: yellow, white, green, gray, blue, I think. These are rubber feet right here. So it's something to do about vibration and case noise and fan noise or stuff like that. From other reviews I saw, these are really quiet even at max speed, and yeah, I hope they do pretty good work. So the other Arctic fans I had, same, they're not BioniX, they're P140s. They're P140s, and as you can see, it's got a pretty similar design, but this was on the cooler itself, the Arctic Freezer 2 cooler. But I'm going to replace this with this just because of the design, and they have more power, more RPM, and better cooling capacity. So I think they're about 0.1 millimeter bigger than the other ones. It shouldn't be a problem if you have long enough radiator screws. And yeah, they basically the same thing, only the design and the color. And obviously the specs, they're rated for much higher speeds and more air pressure. So let's go ahead and open these other ones as well. So if you want to find If you want to find the instruction on how to install fans, scan this QR code and they will take you to their website. Really helpful, really straightforward. Yeah, so they all three the same. Obviously, if you want to, you have many other choices of fans. It's about your preferences. You can get from NZXT, Noctua, Be Quiet. They loads of brands. I prefer this one's quality, 10 years warranty, cheap price. I think they're about 15 quid each. So it's not a really big investment, but of course there are fans out there that can cost up to 40-50 pounds for a fan, even without RGB. If you consider the RGB ones, you can pay up to 100 for a fan. If you're lucky to find like the Razer ones or the Be Quiet ones with ring light or something, but you can find much cheaper. It all depends of the spec and what you want to do with it. For me, this is perfect for my radiator and my setup. That's what I'm going to use. So let's take this away for a minute. Let's get the radiator in and I'm going to install the fans on the radiator. So these fans are 140mm fans and they will go like so on the radiator. This is a 420 Arctic Freezer 2 420mm. So make sure before getting something like this, make sure your case can support it and has enough clearance, because this is long. It's long and it's thick as well. You might have GPU issues when you install it and stuff like that, but for me it shouldn't be a problem because I got a really big case. I'm gonna make a video when I'm gonna install everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and install this. As you can see, this radiator has already three 4-pin connectors, so it can get power from the main CPU. You can get power from the main CPU 4-pin socket, but I'm going to use a fan controller just because it provides more speed and it's more reliable. I don't want to put stress on that 4-pin connector on the motherboard because I will have a lot of fans in this case. So they will go something like this. Let me just put them to show you guys. This is how it's gonna look, and basically you just screw all the radiator screws in here and that will be it. So let me give me a minute so I can grab the screws and I'll be right back. So yeah, I got my bag of screws here. So yeah, I got my bag of screws here and I'm ready to install it. Let me just test one to see if it's gonna work, but first let me adjust them because I want them all in the same direction. I want to fit them proper. You can plug them into this, or you can plug them into your motherboard, because these fans connect to each other with power share technology.
I don't know that one.
Seems like Alexa tried to say something there, but I never asked her, but okay. So
I pronounced that there, but I'm always working on how I say things
oh
and
my
I
god,
might
stop
not
being
have it
annoying.
right.
Okay, sorry for that, guys. So yeah, you can connect them like this, or you can plug them into the radiator, because these fans have the power share technology, so they can all share the same connector from your motherboard. But I'm not going to use that. As I said, I will have a fan controller separate from this. So after you put them into position, you just take one screw. Let's start with this one right here. Screw goes in, adjust it manually. Yeah, seems to be fine. Let's take the other screw. That's fine. Make sure you have 4, 8, 12 screws. That's what you're gonna need. Of course you can put one on each corner, but I want to have the good aesthetics and proper stability, so that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna put these fans, I'm gonna put them under, and then I'm going to put the screw, the cable fans, the cable of the fans. Yeah, so that's that. And basically you repeat this process with all of the fans from now on. You take your screwdriver, in my case I have an electric screwdriver, and then yeah, you don't have to press too hard or screw them in too tight, because it might touch the radiator. It's got really low clearance, so just be careful with that, not to puncture your radiator. Okay, that's one fan installed, nice and steady. It looks nice as well. Let me screw it a bit more, just to be safe, but remember, not too tight. You don't want to puncture your radiator. Again, let's repeat the process on all the fans now. Yes, that's that. Let's do the other one. So remember to take the cable of the next fan and put it under the screw. This is the boring part. You can skip ahead if you guys want. You can skip ahead to where I finish. This is just me screwing the fans, basically screwing them in, and it's not that exciting, but it has to be done. So I hope to get an improvement, really. I hope to get an improvement over the standard Arctic fans that come with the radiator. Not a big one, but at least, you know, any improvement is good. Any airflow, especially my room gets really hot sometimes. I want to keep my CPU cool, and if I can do that, why not? Okay, get the handy dandy screw. One done. All 4 done. Okay, so what you want to do, if you want, you can adjust them a little bit tighter, but not too tight, as I told you before, just to have that stability. Make sure they don't wobble around. An electric screwdriver can only do so much. You will have to use your man hands, your strength at some point. And this is the final product. This is how it looks. This is how it looks from a side. All 3 cables are here. You can plug them, as I said, you can plug them into the cable of the radiator itself, or you can plug them into your motherboard with PowerShare technology, just like so. So one will go here, one will go here. You might ask, what's the advantage of doing this? What's the advantage of doing this? Well, the advantage of doing this is that you can control the speed of the fans in the same time. So when you adjust the PWM speed in your software or in your BIOS, they will all get the same value, so you don't have to adjust it individually. That's the only reason you might want to use PowerShare. But make sure, check with your motherboard manufacturer's manual that your port supports, your 4-pin PWM port supports that kind of power. I'm gonna leave them like that for now, but I'm gonna put them in a fan controller. This is going to be into my next build. So as you can see, they look really nice. I really like the looks. They don't wobble a lot. Of course, Arctic quality, they make stuff, cooling stuff for a very long time. They know what they're doing. German engineering, obviously. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a bit boring, I know, but it had to be done. So maybe you guys were interested or you just wanted to check out the video. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.